Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Before that, we will see the SAP versions. Generally, how the SAP versions started initially and now where we are. SAP start with the versions like ECC Enterprise Structure with the 4.2 versions. This is the initial system version. Then SAP changed it to ECC 6.2, 6.2, then EXP1, then one more version EHP1 and HP2 like HP6 version. Now after this version, they bring S4 HANA as a HANA database. Until here, we have a Oracle database for us. And after that, the SAP changed it to Oracle database. Oracle database also provide help for the EHP6 and EHP7. Oh, for that also an answer. Then they started like one more 9. One team then. Like that, we are in 2020 version. Every year they are releasing each like a SAP updated versions. They are releasing. The functionality wise, there is no change. But the look and feel is a change from what works here to our other version. If you see the EHP and if you go for a HANA version, you have that drastic change of the screens, but the functionality is saying there is no change in the functionalities. If I tell us the screens, you're able to see the no Fury applications like a UI, 5 applications in the S4 HANA system. And in the EHP, you can see a guided user interface. That's the differences we able to see in the SAP versions. And apart from that, in the latest versions, in the ECC, we have the concept called as a web master and customer master, and the S4 HANA, like they bring it to a single version called as a business partner. This is a different things. The change in the compared to SAP ECC to the S4 HANA. Now we'll see a landscape. You understand? Now currently which version are using? People are using still EHPs. Some industries are still there in the EHPCC, HP7 with Oracle database. Some are in HANA database. Some are more to a 90, not now. It is not like that. Everyone is using things. It is a mixed thing. Different people are using different versions depend. Next is a landscape. Generally, how the system architecture or how the system landscape will be available in the system. We have a dev server, quality server, production server. What does mean by dev server? Again, this dev server, we have a different clients, client 100. We have the dev server. We have the quality server. We have the production server. This server again, they can divide multiple clients, client 100, client 110, client 120. Quality, we have only single client and production may have the client to 300. What does mean by client 100 and 200? They divided, see these development server. We divided into three parts. One is a functional client which is called as a golden client, and we have the testing client. Like a sandbox, we have the sandbox called as a 120, and we have like a back client. In the configuration client generally, we do only the configurations. We don't touch much more about the doing the testing in the conflict client. That's how we call it. Golden client. In the golden client, we mainly concentrate about the configuration. We won't touch anything in the system. Then we have the 110 client, which is called as a API client. Those people will do the only API changes and all those things. And one more client called as a 120, which is called as a sandbox. This is sandbox. We can use as a different purpose, like you can use it for the R&D purpose generally. If you want to do any configuration generally, we will do in the development server. Once this development is done, then it can be more to call this number. In the quality server, what we will do the integration testing. And once integration testing is done, then they will move to the, you're taking the sign off. Then we will move the check to the production server. In the production server generally, what we are doing business will do the regular. They are handling all those things. Clear. This is done like how the servers will be there. Development, quality and production. Then we have the concept called as a transport request. Generally, this transport request, we have the two types. One is just a second. Generally, the transportation request. As I just now told, once we done the configuration, what kind of configuration we do? Yesterday we discussed about the entire topics. That all we are going to do, the configurations in the dev server. Once you save that things in the dev server, system automatically creates a transport request. What then? The for transport request, which will be created when you're saving. When you do the functional changes, any functional changes like creating the purchasing group, plant and storage location. Whatever the functioning consultant do the changes in the SAP system which will capture the customization request. Any technical changes. What does mean by technical changes? Here we have the ABAP or a basis. These are all technical changes like coding changes. This will power under the workbench request. Generally customization request we can see in like this. And functional changes. Any system like a system changes like we do the plan configuration, company configuration, purchase organization configurations. They are under a custom session request. You clear this. What is the customization request? It's clear. Again, these customization request. Not customization request, even the workbench request also. Whenever you are saving this one, it will be created as a combination of a parent and child. Parent and child. What does mean by parent and what does mean by child layer? For example, I have it, workbench request like this request is created. This is me, a parent request. O102001. This is called as a child layer request. Any changes in the system. For example, if you do the changes called as a plant, you configure the plant in the system. Then system automatically captured this customization request. Then once you click on that, the system will be saved under this customization request. If you go and check the customization request, I can have the one parent, another one is a child. In the child, the most of the data will be stored. Whatever the configuration you do in the system, that will be able to store in the child request. Now this is about how you can see the child request and the parent request, and child request is always a +1 to the parent request. But when you want to move the changes from development server to quality server, the thumb rule is you need to release the PR. How you need to release that PR faster? You need to release the child request. Then you need to release the parent. Then system will be ready to move from development server to quality server. Who will move these changes from development to quality server? There is a different things, different transactions we are using. How we can see T? There is a transaction called as a CT. TR transport request details. SCC, which will be generally used for the client copy. STC will miss server copy. Everything come with score only. Everything come with that code sitting. Different transactions will have different codes. If you know that sitting, generally what will see you, the transport request, what are the details, will be available in the sitting. If you see client copy SCC1, which means if you want to move the changes from development, like 100 client to 110 client, what will happen? It will be make it as a client copy. Now, if you want to move your server from DAO server to quality server, they will do with the STMans. Generally, most of the company's functional consultant won't do this one. This can be done by basis guys. Basis people will move. One system to another system. But before the TR moment, what we need to do? We need to release, first we need to release a child parent, then only we need to send the email to the basis. Basis will be more the changes from one server to another. You cleared like a landscape, how it can be and how the transport request. You have any doubts? And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.